Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV with the Rude Man. In the last episode, we were chasing down the Enterprise, Sid's airship, and the last it was seen was 5 years ago, right after the calamity, that it was seen flying over this post right here into the next area, which is Corthius. And so we're going to head that way and start asking questions and see if we can find it. All right, we're supposed to talk to somebody at the observatorium, so we're going to head that way. This sleepy little village right here. This must be where all the smart people live, because this is where the scientists are and stuff. Let's talk to this guy. Excuse me? Can you repeat that? You wish to offer your services to House Durandare? And what, pray tell, do you wish to receive in exchange? Ha! How absurd. As if I would permit an outsider to peruse the records of the observatorium. Do not mistake our courtesy for friendliness. The Holy See of Ishgard may allow foreigners to travel freely within these lands, but we do not intend to offer succor to strangers. Well, we'll see. I'll just keep helping out until I grow on them. How's that? And where in hell's was that knight I sent out on patrol? We should have returned ages ago. Perhaps I have a use for you after all. If you still wish to aid us, search the wilds to the west for my missing man. You'll know him by his uniform, that of House Durandare. Yeah, this is mine. Okay. Oh, we better get a pet out, get some food to eat. Here we are. Give this guy a little bit of aid. If it wasn't for you, sir, I reckon they would have finished me off. Despicable dragon-loving bastards. Death was a mercy they didn't deserve. I prayed the rumors were mistaken, but this confirms the worst. I must immediately inform my superiors that the heretics are operating within this region. Fare thee well, friend. Well, he was nice. Found your guy. I must say, I didn't actually expect you to find my knight, much less rescue him. I say I may have been premature in my judgment. We're a proud people, beholden to tradition. But that doesn't mean that we're without humility. I shall instruct the astrologians to entertain your request. However, understand that it is ultimately their decision whether or not you may peruse their records. Pray proceed to the observatorium and then introduce yourself. Hello. Ah, the gentleman come to search the airship. This is highly unorthodox. Whatever could Sir Ludovic be thinking? It is true that we maintain meticulous records which stretch back generations. However, because this information is used to chart Draverian activity, access is strictly controlled. One can never be too careful with heretics and their sympathizers lurking about. If you would persist with your inquiries, pray seek an audience with Chief Astrologian Forlemont up above. Okay. Well, we got our foot in the door. Can't ask for more than that at this time, I guess. Got our foot in the door. We just need to get it a little bit further so it doesn't get crushed when they slam it shut. Oh, Jesus, I'm exhausted. No, absolutely not. Have you any inkling what it is that you even ask? Were our records to fall into the wrong hands, it could change the course of a war which has raged for generations. I speak not of some mere spat between southern nations. Ours is a holy crusade, and we are the arbiters of Halone's will. I will not put our great nation at risk, certainly not to help a foreigner locate a missing airship of all things. Pardon the intrusion. I wish to speak with you regarding the recent... Oh, I did not realize that you had a guest. Inquisitor, you honor us with your presence, sir. The gentleman was just leaving. Ah, you must be the one who rescued House Durandare's knight from those heretics. Doubtless they feel indebted to you. I am told you seek an airship last seen in Corthius 5 years ago. Yes? You come to us at an inconvenient time, I fear. Much has changed in the intervening years, and little for the better. While I wish you the best of luck in your search, I would also strongly advise caution. The snows can come quite quickly in Corthius. One moment you may feel as though you have a firm grasp on your surroundings, safe and secure in your knowledge, and the next you may find yourself in a wholly unfamiliar situation, blind to the dangers hidden by the blizzard. It would be wise for you to focus on a single landmark whilst traveling. Do not give in to temptation and deviate from your course. Is he really talking about that, or is he talking about politics? In other words, watch your step. Be careful who you talk to, that kind of stuff. I was not aware you aided House Durandare in that fashion. Thank you, sir. Nevertheless, my decision stands. I cannot give you what you seek. What do we have here? A disgruntled employee, maybe. Hey, you there. I cannot help but overhear your conversation with the chief. There may be a way I can assist you, but it would require that you perform for me a favor in exchange. An associate of mine has yet to return from his expedition to the cliffs east of the observatorium. He was adamant that he could conduct his observations alone, despite the presence of Ixal in the vicinity. If you would seek out this astrologian and confirm that he is well, it would be a great comfort to me. Alright. Surprised she gave me all that right next to her boss. It's quite a drop down there. I don't know if I'd survive. I'm about halfway down now. I think I might. Oh, I fell in the water. It almost got me. Yeah, I am not a healer, although I do have a healing spell. As you noticed, though, it really didn't help too much. I mean, it gave me a little bit, but... Alright. So, where are we headed? We're headed out the other gate, it looks like. So somebody's out there exploring, and they're just a scientist. So obviously they think they're smart enough to get away with it. Where's he at? Oh, maybe I need to go up this way. Is there a cave or something up here? Ah, I see. Ooh, and there's the Ixal. Let's see if we can sneak by them. If they don't see me. That guy does, though. You know what? I think I'm high enough level that I'll be okay. Normally I'd have to be careful, but I've increased my level quite a little bit here. This must be the guy. Boy, you really are stuck between a rock and a hard place, aren't you? What a relief to see someone other than a goddamn birdman. I thought I could finish my work whilst the Ixal were away, but they returned far quicker than I anticipated. It was all I could do to hide and hope that they might leave me again before I froze to... Wait, who are you? You're not one of the other of our knights. A man of House Durndare cannot be seen in the company of an unbeliever. Good day, sir. Well, that was rude. Alright, well, at least we saved him. That's all the girl's going to care about. Well, it's a little faster than walking up the stairs, but it's a little dangerous, too. The arrogant fool returned not long before you arrived, murmuring about the disgrace of having been rescued by an unbeliever. Serves him right for underestimating the dangers our knights face every day. Ah, but you're eager to locate your airship. It may surprise you that by saving him, you have already aided your own cause. House Durndare is quick to regard outsiders with suspicion, as it is their duty to sound the alarm at the first sign of Dravarian aggression. Yet you have already aided them twice, for which they are honor-bound to repay you. Even so, they will not grant you access to the observatorium records. That is just as well, for there are other ways you might locate your missing airship. What I propose is that you petition Lord Petellian for an official introduction to the high houses. The word of House Durndare carries a tremendous weight in Ishgard. Should the captain consent, you would have little trouble obtaining information from the other high houses. Okay. Better than nothing, I guess, eh? Yeah, actually, jumping off this edge on a mount doesn't save you. You take the same amount of damage. You'd think that, well, at least the motorcycle might take the damage, but nah. You still take the damage. Hello, sir. I was sent to discuss something with you. You've caused quite a stir in your short time here. First you slay 2 heretics and save a knight, and now I hear you have rescued a man of our house. I imagine you must desire something for your troubles. An introduction to the other high houses? You cannot deny that you've given us no cause to distrust you, but while you have performed 2 acts, you would have me endorse you to 3 high houses? It is only fitting that you aid us one final time, wouldn't you agree? I guess. That's a little chicken shit, I guess, but oh well. Now, I understand you're very eager to find your missing airship. Worry not, for this task should take a man of your skills but a moment to complete. Not long ago, a porter bound for Skyfire Locks was ambushed on the road due west of here. Though he escaped with his life, he would very much like his wares as well. On the off chance any portion of his shipment remains, I would have you travel to the scene of the robbery and bring back what you find. Lest you intend to perform only cursory search, bear in mind that recovering the stolen merchandise will endear you to House Halenart, further improving the chances that they indulge your request for aid. Let's see what he's got. I've heard much of your doing, and I think you the man for this task. To the west is Desmil Darkhold. 'Twas meant to serve as the new keep of Lord Desmil, ever a friend to House Durandare. But before the masons and carpenters could complete their work within the caves, hordes of voidsent appeared and drove them out. In the years since, the creatures have consolidated their presence. As such, we officially petition your assistance in reclaiming the Darkhold. All arrangements have been made. You need only give your assent. Speak with Sir Ophiel at the ingress if you are with us, and she will tell you what you need to know. Okay, so I'm going to unlock a dungeon. Now, I may or may not need that dungeon. Some of the dungeons you're going to need to do in the performance of the main quest line, and some of them you don't. 2 things. If you do, then that's one thing. If you don't, and you do the dungeon, you still at least get loot from the dungeon, and you get lots of experience. So those are the kind of things that I told you I would do, offline. And that's why I take a look at all these special ones here that have the blue and the plus. Those may or may not be related to the main quest line, or they may or may not help you on your way to your goal of completing the game. It's always good to check on them, though, and if there's something that you don't need, just abandon it. So this one here is just leave meats. I don't usually do leave meats in this particular area, so I'm not going to take that one. But let's carry on. We need to go talk to... Speak with Orpheal at Desmond Darkhold. All right, that's just up the road, I believe. I was looking at that red mark. There's the dungeon right there, and it's red because it's level 44, and we're only level 40. So even if I open it up, I can't do it yet anyway. Am I going the right way? No, I'm not. Okay, I remember. They had a caravan that was attacked, and I need to go investigate it. And if you look real close right there, there's a red mark. That's my destination. Let me switch. One more. There's going to be a fight involved here, I can tell. Get this guy. All right, let's see if this will get us our letter of induction that we wanted, or introduction that we wanted. Have you good tidings to share? Or better yet, stolen merchandise to show? Yep. 3 crates. There you go. God's bless you, friend. It's all here. Every last... Oh, but wait. That chest over there, it looks like it might have been pillaged. Bloody hells, that's the personal property of Lord Francel. Are you certain? Clearly an attempt was made to open it, but the lock appears to have held. Nevertheless, if you wish to verify the contents against your shipping manifest, be my guest. Fury take me, a draconian rosary, in the possession of Lord Francel? Yet... perhaps this is not so difficult to fathom. House Halienart is whispered to be infested with heretics. Thank you for bringing this matter to my attention, sir. I shall inform the Inquisitors immediately. Under these circumstances, I must strongly advise against associating with House Halienart. Your other introductions will need to be postponed as well. It is the duty of every Ishgardian to root out and destroy heretics. All else must wait until this matter is resolved. Well, that's not fair. I did the work. Come closer, lad, and listen well. This is for your ears only. Lord Francel is no heretic. He's a goodly, righteous man, wholly dedicated to the cause. I know this because I served House Halienart for years prior to the calamity. You must go to Skyfire Locks and warn him of the coming storm. The Inquisitors are ruthless, and they will spare him no mercy. Speak to him of an Edelweiss, and he will know you're a friend. Now go. Oh, we're getting mixed in politics and intrigue, aren't we? Wait a minute. There's a mender. Whoops. Don't want to buy anything. I just want to repair my gear. Yeah, it's not bad. But I try to make sure. This armor's brand new to me. If you remember, I only got it an episode or 2 ago. So it's not hurt too bad. That being said, it's like passing a place that provides food and sleep. if you're a soldier, you take your food and your rest when you can, because you never know when the next time is going to be that you'll be able to. So you never know when your next meal is going to be, or your next ability to sleep. Take it while you can. Francel, you're in trouble, buddy. Yes? You look as though you've something to say. Do you? I seek an audience with the bearers of the White Lily. No, that wasn't it. It was Edelweiss. Is that an Edelweiss in your pocket, or are you happy to see me? That's kind of gross. I see Sir Carolot has not forgotten my mother's favorite flower. A pity it has not been seen in Corthia since the calamity. You may speak freely here, friend. That's absurd. I would sooner die than become a thrall of the dragons. Alas, it matters little what I say at this point. Although the draconian rosary was not found in my possession, it will still be considered by many to be proof of my heresy. I must do my utmost to prove my innocence to the inquisitors, for if they harbor even the slightest doubt, this will only add weight to the incessant accusation of our house has suffered of late. It's as though the gods themselves are plotting our fall. You risk much by coming here. It is only proper that I recompense you for this deed. Tell me what you desire, and I shall do my best to provide. A missing airship? I see. Well, it may require a prolonged effort to locate your quarry. I shall direct you to one I'm in a better position to assist you. Lord Harshaphant of House Four Temps commands the garrison at Camp Dragonhead. Present him this letter of introduction. He will surely be receptive to your needs. So this guy's willing to give me the letter I was looking for. All right, a couple of things about what he said. He mentioned that his mother's favorite flower was the Edelweiss, and that they haven't seen that flower since the calamity. So the reason for that is during the calamity there was a meteor strike, and it changed the climate of many places, and this is one of them. This particular area it wasn't always covered in snow and ice. That happened after the calamity. So that's what that reference was about there. The reference about they're worried about heretics and things like that. They've been in a war with dragonkind for over 1,000 years. And so that's what this is all about. They're still at war with dragons. So we've got the letter. Let's go see what we can do with it. Right. Whenever you get in a new area, and I'm not sure if I've been up here yet or not. I may have come up here for other reasons besides the game leading me in this direction. So let me see if I've gotten this. And I have already. So, but the first thing you want to do whenever you enter a new area is to attune yourself to the Aetheryte so that you can teleport. Everybody jumps that desk. Ah, the unmistakable swagger of a well-traveled adventurer. If you are come to pay your respects, be at ease, friend. I'm not one to stand on formality. Truth be told, I would gladly welcome many and more brave souls like yourself. But enough chatter. Pray tell me, why have you come? Now, this guy is kind of royalty. He is got his own power because he controls this area right here. But he's a down-to-earth guy, and he becomes one of our staunchest allies. If there's any justice in this world, these charges will receive no serious consideration. It is beyond the inconceivable. Ah, yes, the letter made mention of a pressing matter for which you required assistance. What may that be? So this enterprise you speak of was last seen above Corthius before the calamity 5 years ago. Well, I fear it may prove difficult to find any eyewitnesses to these events, for while Ishgard did not participate in the Battle of Chardonnay, we were embroiled in our own internal conflicts at the time. Nevertheless, I will make inquiries on your behalf and share with you the findings in the future. In the meantime, please enjoy the hospitality of Camp Dragonhead. I will see that you are afforded every courtesy as a guest of House Fortemps. Well, that's nice of him. And we leveled up again. As you've doubtless realized by now, the high houses of Ishgard, House Fortemps included, are either unable or unwilling to offer you formal assistance in the search. However, that does not mean that there are no influential individuals within each house who are sympathetic to your cause. I shall be sending missives to their various representatives in Ishgard, though I suspect that it would be quicker and more efficient if you were to make inquiries on your own. Lady Nin of mine own house, Fortemps, who resides here in Camp Dragonhead, rather enjoys the company of travelers. There is also Cravelin of House Holinart, who can be found at Skyfire Locks, though any information you pry from the scribe may prove difficult to parse. Have you spoken with the chief astrologian of House Durandar yet? Really? Perhaps he will be more accommodating once I inform him that you are a friend of House Fortemps. Do not concern yourself with House Dismal. I shall contact them myself. Seek the counsel of the three I mentioned, and return to me when you're finished. All right, we gotta go do a little diplomatic, political stuff. Let's get rid of him. Okay, tell you what, let me jump in here, and I'm going to turn off that dungeon for the time being so it doesn't show up over in my tracking list there. I can't do it until I'm after 44 anyway, so there's no point in seeing it up there all the time. Alright, this is that Skyfire Locks. Let's go in and talk to this guy in the inner sanctum. There he is. I see these trap doors all the time in these dungeons and things, and I always want to go down. You can't, but I just wonder why they put them in there. I mean, it's just like, I want to go down there. What's down there? Haloni, grant me strength. There must be some way to... Oh, who are you? A friend of Lord Hoshafont. I want to help you, I truly do, but these accusations of heresy have thrown House Halionar into chaos. Right now, we must focus on combating these charges and preserving our reputation. Well, okay. But at least he's aware of us now. And that's a success in itself. And you know where this is leading. We're going to be asked to help this family. Let's see. Where do I go? Where do I go? Where do I have to go? Oh, I have to go up. Again, I think. Whoa, missed my turn. Oh no, careful. I almost fell off. I saw an article on historical things the other day about these dunce hats that they wear. They weren't always a dunce hat. At some point, the guy that invented that hat, all the smart eggheads wore them because they thought that the information that they gathered and stuff from whatever would be like a funnel and focus to their brain. And then at some point, it got turned around to mean a different thing. It got turned around to mean that they were stupid. So then it became a dunce hat. I gather you have been busy since last we spoke. Lord Horshafont's missive was positively glowing. But if you think that his endorsement is cause for me to disregard Ishgardian policies, then you're sorely mistaken. We are at war, sir, and the enemy grows bolder by the day. Why, in the short time since Inquisitor Guliam arrived in Corthius, countless heretics have been discovered, even amongst the elite of Ishgardian society. Well, that sounds like a witch hunt to me anyway. If Lord Horshaphont wishes to waste his days chasing after long-lost airships, then that's his choice. But if he expects others to share in his folly, then he is truly blind to the present state of affairs. Well, I guess he told me, didn't he? All right, now we got to go back to that dragon place. Talk to... Did he say it was his cousin? I can't remember. Woohoo! Oh my God. That hurt. That was close. I took 99% damage there. Camp Dragonhead, that's the name of the place. We'll run up there and talk to her, see what she's got to say for herself. Notice I'm gaining on this chocobo. This thing is the only mount in the game that goes faster than the rest of the mounts. To a certain point. Once we get to fly, it isn't any faster than any other mount. But to begin with, it is. And since this is a new area for me, I'm at the slowest running speed. You gain running speed, by doing things in the area and gaining experience in the area. And pretty soon they'll grant me a faster running speed. Or faster mount speed. Where is this woman? Over there in that building? I wonder if she pronounces that Nine or Nin. I would say Nin. Or it could be Ninny, I don't know. The topic on everyone's lips these days is what will become of young Lord Francel. Some say the allegations are long overdue, given how many members of House Halienart have been found guilty of heresy in recent days. Again, I think that's a witch hunt. Okay, so we've talked to everybody that we needed to talk to. Let's go back and talk to Haurchefant. I think it's pronounced Haurchefant. We'll hear when we talk to it. We'll talk to his father at some point and listen to him pronounce it. By your countenance, I take it you did not learn anything of use. Nor did I fear. It seems that the whole Corthius is consumed by this talk of heretics in high houses. We can only hope that my sources in Ishgard provide more pertinent information. I had another personal request to make of you. It concerns Lord Francel, of whom much has been whispered in recent days. I've received a report that he and 3 knights were seen heading north towards Steel Vigil. The outpost was long ago overrun by dwarvian hordes, so I'm not certain what he intends to accomplish with such a small force. Whatever his motives, I fear for his safety. Pray, journey to the Steel Vigil and see if Lord Francel's party requires assistance. Yeah, well, you can imagine that they do, or he wouldn't be sending me. All right, so I'm going to take a little bit of a rest here, and we'll carry that little search on in the next episode. I hope you had fun, and I hope to see you then. Ta-ta for now.